Futrell with Liberty.com and Tea Party HD. We are here in Ely, Nevada here behind us getting ready for the Tea Party Express, the big event here coming to this town here. Now, one of the big issues in this town, and talking about this community, this county, White Pine County, about 4 or 5 years ago, they were set to build a couple of coal-fired power plants here, clean coal they were going to use. Harry Reid killed both of those power plants from being built. Now, he talks about it as an accomplishment. The people in this town see it much differently. Okay, one of the big issues up here, certainly with people in Ely, is the coal-fired power plant that Harry Reid basically killed. Is this a deal-breaker issue with the people of Ely, would you say?
Certainly was a great disappointment to the people in Ely. We've worked for years to try to bring in a clean coal plant to support our economy, to provide jobs and tax revenues for our community, and also clean coal power generation for the state of Nevada and the West. And we were very disappointed when we found that that project was placed on hold.
By Senator Reid.
Well, certainly by the change in administrative policy.
How many jobs were lost up here, would you say, Karen?
We were looking at least 150 direct jobs, plus all of the indirect jobs and the induced employment that comes in when you have a large project. And we were looking at 2 projects. That's 150 per project.
All right, we're here in Ely with Donna Bath and your children.
I have 2 grandchildren and a friend.
And a friend, 2 grandchildren and a friend. Donna, tell me about one of the big issues here, certainly at the Tea Party rally and in Ely that's affected it for years, has been the coal-fired power plants that Harry Reid basically killed here in Ely.
It is. It's a huge issue in White Pine County, and I think that's one of the reasons that Ely started the Elect Anyone But Harry Reid campaign, if you will. I think they were just angry and also hurt and disillusioned at the same time when we lost those coal-fired power plants.
A lot of jobs lost, certainly in the process of that. A lot of energy lost as well. I mean, I know you're thinking about your future here with a couple of grandkids and one of their friends, certainly. That's what's on your mind a lot with this election, is it not?
It is. I think our country is certainly short of energy. I think we need cleaner energy, and I support that 100%. I have to respectfully disagree with the senator that these coal plants were dirty. Their technology was much, much cleaner than what is being run right now, and I see that as a step to get cleaner. And, you know, I certainly wouldn't do anything that's going to hurt these precious kids' future. You can look at our sky and you can tell that we value clean air, and we value our kids and our future for our kids and our grandkids. I lived in a mining community, and I'm totally cognizant of the clean air issues. I'm a downwinder. I had breast cancer. So I'm totally tuned up with this. And I was a supporter of the coal-fired power plants. And one of the reasons I was so upset with Senator Reid was that when he told us that it wasn't going to happen, there wasn't an explanation. It was just because I said so. And I have total respect for his office, but I think when you are an elected official, which I was for many, many years, I think you owe it to your constituents to listen to what their concerns are. And when you make a decision, you have an obligation to give them a reasonable reason, not just because I said so.
All right, here with Shane Bybee and his daughter, Haley, right?
Yep.
Okay. The coal-fired power plant is a big deal, certainly here in Ely. Back in 2006, 2007, when that issue came to the forefront, certainly jobs lost, energy lost. Did it turn this community against Harry Reid when that happened?
It completely turned this community against Harry Reid. The impact was felt overnight economically in our community, and I think Harry was losing backers at the time, and once that went down, I think he lost White Pine 100%.
There's not too many voters up here that have Harry Reid signs, you're saying, out on their front lawns?
You know, I've seen about a half a dozen in the whole county.
The whole county?
Yeah, that's and most of them have tire tracks through them, but yeah.
Well, and jobs and certainly the environment. This was a clean coal-fired power plant, certainly, and also the economy and energy. Those are all issues, certainly, and you see Harry Reid on the wrong side of those issues.
Absolutely on the wrong side of those issues. And the real effect that people are going to see along with the jobs is the tax base, the improvement we would have seen in our tax base. Our local governments are so strapped for cash, and this was going to create a level of property tax revenue that we had never seen before. It was going to more than triple our current tax revenues, and it was going to supply an amazing amount of infrastructure for the people that live in our community.
All right, Shane and Haley, you with your pops here? What do you think?
Oh,
100% with pops.
100%. We own a small family business, and I've worked there since I was 13 years old, and Harry Reid is not good for small business. That's what I know.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us here in Ely. Certainly. Always fun coming back here.
It's a pleasure to have you in Ely, and thanks for being here.
All right. So the bottom line here in Ely, Nevada, it's very clear what the people here think, and it's a deal breaker in this election with Harry Reid. Anybody but Harry Reid certainly has been their motto after he took jobs and energy from this community. I'm Ron Futrell reporting from Ely, Nevada for Tea Party HD and Liberty.com.